Have you heard of this up-and-coming show called Heated Rivalry? Ha ha ha. Anyway, I am so excited. François Arnaud is here. Scott Hunter himself. Good morning, François. How are you?
Good morning, Andy. I'm fine. I'm a bit jet-lagged, but other than that, good.
I know you guys have been. You were at the Golden Globes the other night, right?
I didn't go to the Globes. I watched it on TV. I took the night off. I was busy all week. I was all partied out.
Right.
Yeah, I forgot they were like work parties, and
right.
I treated them like party parties.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, it's a dotted line.
That's the best way to watch the Golden Globes is from your couch.
Sorry?
That's the best way to watch the Golden Globes.
I think so.
That's true. By the way, I hear you came from CBS this morning where Oprah waited to say hello to you and meet you.
Yeah, it just doesn't stop getting better. Wow.
And what was that like?
We high-fived. She gave me like 10 hugs. Yeah, she's amazing. She's amazing.
Wow.
I was like, I still can't believe that she knows I exist. But
it was your episode. I call episode 5. It was episode 5, right?
Well, there's episode 3 that's like Scott and Kip's story, and then episode 5 is the big epic moment at the end with that Wolf Parade song.
Yeah. I mean, episode 5 was my favorite episode, and I think a lot of people's favorite episodes. When you got that script, what was your reaction?
Well, I got all 6 scripts at the same time and started reading episode 1 and didn't really know. And Jacob, who I've known for 17 years, who's a writer and director and producer of the show, told me, like, just make it to 3. Just make it to 3. And so when I was reading it, I was like, oh, I don't know how I fit in this. And also, is this porn? But I knew that, Jacob's first film was based on a Charles Dickens book. His second was called The Trotsky. I knew he had something in mind, that wasn't just going to be smut, and that he was going to turn it on its head. And I think that's what, like, so surprising by the end of episode 5, that it just becomes so emotionally affecting that you think, oh, like, I'm not just watching the hot hockey show. This is something more meaningful.
You're also watching the hot hockey show.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Hudson was here a week or two ago, and he shared that he's gotten messages from closeted athletes. And I'm wondering if you've been on the receiving end of any of those yourself.
Hudson is chronically online, and he needs to stop. I don't really have time to look at all the DMs, but I'm sure there's a closeted athlete or two in there. No, it's not. I did get some really heartwarming messages from people who told me that that moment gave them the courage to come out. And also, like, parents who told me that their children had, and that it changed their reaction to it and made them more open and receptive to that. And, it's not something one can ever hope for, that to have that, like, real life effect. But if it does, even in a tiny way, it makes me even more proud to be on that show. I leaned in and thought it was really interesting when you mentioned NHL failing to kind of capitalize on the success of the show or kind of latch on to it. Did you ever? I think they're really good at it. I think they're actually really good at capitalizing on it. What I'm saying is that, and it was It was a joke when I winked. Actually, it was quoted in various media, but like I winked at the camera when I said, like, the failing NHL. The NHL is not failing; it's a multi-billion-dollar organization. That's not. What I'm saying.
Okay. I took this totally different.
No, what I'm saying is that the NHL historically has not been the most open organization to that kind of difference in their roster. So I'm hoping that they can, if they won't, their sales are going up apparently, and if they, the Boston Bruins tagged us on, like, different clips online, and it's getting incredible traction. I'm just hoping that it's backed up by actual like openness to diversity.
Yeah.
And because they banned, I think, people from wearing like a pride band a few years ago. Like they banned play. So I'm like, okay, well, if you're gonna use our name, like let's just like back it up with real life shit.
Yeah.
Right. Are you, I would assume, look, you've been acting a long time. You've been in this business a long time. This has to be taking you by surprise to have been doing this for so long and to be involved in I mean, look, you were on Schitt's Creek, so you know success, but this is kind of another level, right?
It just goes to show that you never know which one's going to pop. And everyone, when I read this, everyone around me, not everyone, actually my agent was incredibly supportive, but a lot of people were saying like, it's a small Canadian show. Why can't we, like, we're pitching you for bigger things. And those bigger things, like no one's hearing about right now.
Right. Yeah.
And so like, there's no recipe. What I love to see is for something that's made without compromise on a smaller scale, like a family project, get this kind of recognition. It means so much to me, and I'm so proud of Jacob, who's now getting money thrown at him to make the movies he wants to make, and
so great.
It's just these people it really did feel like a family, and I know like most people like promoting a show will say that's like what it was like, but truly this is the least toxic set I've ever been on. It's just been lovely all around.
Do you have any sense of how heavily Scott Hunter will be featured in the next installment of this?
No, I know there's a lot of conversations around many possible iterations of that. I'm hearing all sorts of things. There's potentially a side project that would focus on Scott.
Spinoff.
Yeah, I don't know what that looks like either. I've read the books, the books. Scott buys this sports bar that Kip goes to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not contracted to do anything. I refuse to say. I said best efforts.
Yeah.
But I'll happily go back. Obviously, I did tell Jacob like, can I just like not serve pints to your lead characters, please? Like, I have my own shit.
I would like something more for Scott Hunter.
I think there will be more. I think there will be more.
Yeah.
I don't know what it looks like yet. I think Jacob's aware of the like positive reaction to Scott's story, which for me is a very similar. It's just a different angle on a similar story, and him being like a bit older than the two main characters. Like it just goes to show like the weight that he's carried all these years on his shoulders, and I think there's something. It's slightly more dramatic and more rom-com-y angle on the same story.
Yeah,
and I think they really complement each other.
Yeah, that really came through.
By the way, did you feel like? I mean, besides knowing that he buys a sports bar, do the books chronicle Scott's fate post coming out so publicly? Because we kind of were left on a little. Yeah. We don't really. I mean, he gets the big award, but I don't have a sense of beyond that, like what happened to him.
I mean, it's gonna. I think it's gonna get real. Like he's an uber famous person dating a smoothie barista.
Guy.
So
right.
Like it's an adaptation for everybody.
Yes. I was very. I remember when you years ago came out as bisexual, and I thought it was so brave and so necessary, because there are, I think specifically older generations just kind of don't get it. And for you to be able to come out and put a face on that and just speak your truth as an actor and a human, I thought was really powerful. What kind of reaction did you get at that time to that announcement?
Well, I had just come to a point where I didn't care about the reaction, and that's why I did it. I was like, this is just not worth it to me anymore. And I just don't want to, I feel like, lying by omission, I guess, is just it tells a story of shame, of a shame that I like didn't feel about myself, and that's where I wasn't comfortable anymore. I don't know. Listen, if it affected my like career path or not, and it comes to a point where I love being an actor. It's my favorite thing in the world, and I've wanted to do this for a long time, and not ever chasing fame, but like certainly chasing like success and opportunities and all that. But I also learned growing up that I love my life, and that's really important to me, and I want to live it. And that's
I would assume then that means that your DMs are double the fun.
If only. No, I guess they are.
Yeah.
Do you check them? Are you not as chronically online as Hudson?
As Hudson, I try not to be. I actually blocked Twitter access.
Oh, smart.
From my phone. I don't want to be able to know what people are thinking. I did a show years ago called The Borgias on Showtime, where like there was a not quite as intense fandom, but pretty intense, and there was like an incest story with my sister, and people got really it was rough, and I was like, oh, I can't.
Twitter has to be eradicated. I tell him to delete it all the time.
It's a cesspool of everything. Yeah,
it's the worst.
Yeah,
and
it's
Elon Musk,
interesting. I did the same thing with Twitter, and I'm on Threads, and I'm kind of trying to engage more.
Yeah. I was on it for about a hot second last week, and I was like, nope, not doing that.
Yeah, no, but I mean, the fandom of your show on Threads is pretty intense, but also the fans are very proprietary of you guys, and they're very protective in a way that I've not seen on other shows.
There's a lot of that, and it was certainly like our first encounters with the people. Like even before the show premiered, there were fans of the books that showed up to a screening in Montreal. There were like over 1,000 that had traveled from all over the world, and they were incredibly kind and protective. I feel like now this like sense of protection is for me, and from what I'm hearing, has gone a bit like overboard, where it's just like they really want the show to be real or like whatever, and you're like, well, like we're like actual people who have a life, and
it's probably going to get worse, like, not to scare you, but
I know, and so that's the choice I'm making now, is to sort of wall up a little bit, and I'll take in the good stuff, and the people who interact with you directly as opposed to like talk about you online are incredibly kind and supportive and nice, and
Yeah,
so
I forgot.
I'm gonna choose to ignore the rest of it.
I forgot that you were on Unreal.
I was on
Lifetime
Unreal.
show.
I love that show.
That was a great show. Do you watch any reality shows?
Not very much. I think the closest to a reality show that I watch is Love on the Spectrum.
Great show.
Okay.
Like that's I mean, I don't know. Is that reality? There's not a competition.
And he's going to be on the next season.
I want to be on it in any capacity. But I watched that. I'm not I did a little bit for the show to do Unreal. I love that show. I love Sherry. She's such a smart actress. And she's a great screen
Now, back to Heated Rivalry. What was your workout routine for the show?
Well, learn to skate.
Okay.
Did you not know how?
I know. I didn't know how, but not well. Like as a kid, it's weird that Jacob hired to play the three main hockey players: a Texan who's never seen ice, Hudson, who is from Canada but didn't really know how to skate, and myself, who's like all of my friends are obsessed with hockey, and I'm the only one with flat feet who was hurt by his skates as a boy and was decided to go skiing instead. I was like, can you make it a ski show?
I don't want to bring up a sore subject. Mr. Arnaud.
Sounds like you will.
Well, I'm going to.
Okay.
But people gave you a lot of flack online about your running form.
Well, okay. I run like multiple times a week.
He is a runner, ladies and gentlemen.
I am a runner. No, yes. I did hear that they said like, why does he run like Phoebe Buffet? I can show you the top of that script. Basically, the only sequence it was used a couple of times. You know, it's a small show, so like they reuse the same sequence like a few times in the show. But it's all one sequence and one scene that was played when Scott is listening to a podcast about people like saying that his game is he's down on his luck and like nothing's working out. So he's like just like aggressively running, like and so it's not like he's thinking about his form in that moment. And it was a conscious decision by Jacob and I to run he's been running for like 2 hours at that pace. He's trying to like outrun his thoughts, basically.
You ran fine.
Right.
You ran fine. Don't you have to also run at a different pace when you're shooting something? You wouldn't run the normal way you would.
Well, no, normally yes, but they used a very long lens, so I'm actually like running crazy fast. And I was like, I don't know, like, let me see you guys.
Yeah,
run.
you did fine.
Exactly. Trust me.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yes, exactly.
That would be so embarrassing.
You know what? I'd run real fast if I was running for that smoothie boy.
Yeah.
Smoothie boy. Well, let's see it. Let's see it, Andy.
So, by the way, what is next for you? Because you have a year to wait until we get to see this Heated Rivalry 2.
Well, until you get to see it, but not until we make it, I don't think.
Yeah,
not
exactly.
a year.
But
there's time, and I'm reading a bunch of things, trying to find the right thing. Hopefully, like diametrically opposed to Scott, something very different. That's what I'm looking at.
It's kind of incredible that you've been on 2 classic, amazing gay Canadian shows, Schitt's Creek and this. I mean, there's got to be a trifecta here.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm waiting for that offer. Let's see. What's the third? What's the other one? What should I get on?
I don't know. That's
what happens in Canada? We're just now learning that Canada exists from your show. We didn't know about it before.
Schitt's Creek did a good job of that.
Yeah, that's true. It did.
Yeah, Canada and hockey.
Yeah.
Yes,
Canada
exactly.
and hockey. Yeah, people care about hockey now.
They do, and they care about you, and for good reason. You're so great on the show. It was so fun to watch, and I thank you for stopping by today. You're absolutely a delight, and I'm so psyched you're coming on Watch What Happens Live next week with Mary J. Blige. So
can't wait.
I will look forward to that, and this is it for the show. John, let's wish everyone off and have a great weekend.
I'll see you next week.
See you next week. Thanks, François.
Thanks guys.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Au revoir.